We're back in Chicago for day 2 of the DNC, and now that they've sent Jill and Joe packing, they're trotting out the closest thing they have to a political deity, the Obamas. Socialist Senator Bernie Sanders is first. He'll speak, then Michelle, and then Mr. Hope and Change himself. One problem. Kamala is no Barack Obama and never could be. He had charisma, really smart, won a bunch of primaries, was able to excite voters in a way that's really hard to replicate, maybe once in every 60 years or so. For example, in 2008, Obama won a staggering 95% of the black vote. But a New Morning Consult poll has Kamala at just 72%. Trump is pulling 21% of the black vote. What was it, 10 or 11 points, 9 points last time around? That could be a game changer for him in this race. Joining me now, Mark Carter, Chicago resident and activist. Also with me, Osiris Sumler, a former Democrat who is now voting for Donald Trump. Osiris, you voted for Biden last time around. Why the change?
Because Biden let in so many illegal immigrants, and to see the Democrats talk about the illegals and how they have to protect them and we can't deport anyone is very frustrating. And having to see gangs and so many illegal immigrants walking through the neighborhoods, and we have to see them digging in their garbage cans, and it's really crazy. The media doesn't see it, but normal, everyday Chicagoans, we see it every day.
Well, I saw it today out on the streets. Mark, everyone should know they just did a big group photo, and they got everyone to stay just still for a few seconds. So that's an accomplishment. So they just checked that box tonight. But Mark, this really is, I think, the issue, along with just earning power of all Americans, but especially disadvantaged Americans, and black men are citing this issue of the economy. What about that?
Oh, yeah. This economy is crushing our communities. We see where resources are being given to illegal immigrants versus American citizens. And so it's killing our community. It's causing mass murder. It's going to, just shock and awe black America if we don't put a stop to this. And that putting a stop to means support Donald Trump.
Why do you think black women, though, Osiris, they're very much on board with Kamala Harris? I mean, they're all in on Kamala Harris. What's the divide between black women and black men politically that seems to be developing?
I think a lot of black men have been incarcerated. A lot of our uncles and fathers have been in jail. So a lot of people, older black men, can relate to that, like the system going after Donald Trump. And overall, he's just a gangster. He tells it like it is. He keeps it real. And I think that with black women, unfortunately, a lot of celebrities, a lot of the media, the BET Awards, for example, that plays a big influence.
Mark, Michael Singleton was on CNN today talking about black men migrating to the Republican Party. This was his take.
Black men have seen, in many ways, the erosion of their economic power. Black men are not graduating college at the same rates of black women. Men in general are not graduating from college or ascertaining the same economic gains. I do think that is a part of the reason you have seen, since the end of former President Obama's tenure, a movement of men, broadly speaking, to Republicans.
Is Trump and his views, which are more populist and common sense, I think, than sending all our money overseas, is that what's doing it here, or is that the big change?
Well, on top of that, we have a large group that that Trump freed from Biden's mass incarceration plan. So Trump freed victims of Joe Biden.
Criminal justice reform.
Yes, criminal justice reform. And just men in general are going to go with Trump because he represents that strong hand, that strength that America needs against countries like Russia and China and places like that. This lady is not ready for it.
Osiris, I was thinking about just that fact, the fact that Trump brought all these people into the Oval Office. I covered it. All of the criminal justice reform effort. Van Jones from CNN, he was like all on board with this. And he got almost no credit for that. I mean, he might as well have been just kicking a can down the road because the press basically gave it a big yawn. But people are not as dumb as the media, and I think a lot of these Democrats want them to be, or think they are.
I think because the media, we live in two separate worlds. They live in a world where Republicans are evil and they're racist, and we live in the real world. We can see the effects of Donald Trump's policy, how it benefited a lot of black people. Alice Marie Johnson, for example, and a lot of black people who have been freed from the incarceration. And we know Biden's crime bill. We know Kamala Harris was busted out by Tulsi Gabbard last debate cycle. So black people, we are not falling for the propaganda. We are in the hood. Most people in my hood are stumping for Trump, and I'm definitely stumping for Trump this November.
Definitely.
Do you think that 21% figure mark is accurate?
Oh, it's going to go up even higher. It will go even higher. So when you look at groups like Black Patriots for Trump, you look at Go Red with our organization, and then just men in general. We're going to go from state to state on behalf of Trump. Right after this Democratic National Convention, we're going to deal them a terrible blow.
I love this. This is the best ever. Mark,
So go red.
Go red.
We saying go red all the way.
And you got the jacket.
Go red
all the way.
All right, guys. Great to see both of you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.